Life always gives us trials and adversities. Those who overcome will survive. Those who turn difficulties into opportunities will be the true winners. 1. What do hardships leave behind? The shortest way out of hardship is through it. Anonymous. A young man was going through many difficulties. He was hurt and had lost faith in life. He went to seek advice from a wise old man. The old man didn't say a word. He silently placed a pot on the stove, poured in some water, and put in a carrot, a lump of salt, and an egg. After boiling, he lifted the lid and stared thoughtfully at the young man. Then he said, "Everyone in life must go through difficulties and challenges, but what matters is how things turn out afterward. Look, the lump of salt, though firm outside, dissolves in water. The carrot, hard at first, becomes soft in the boiling water. But the egg, though fragile, becomes firm and strong after the boiling." A challenge can turn into a golden opportunity if we know how to seize and transform it. Anonymous. Hardships are not meant to stop us, but to be overcome. 2. The story of building the Brooklyn Bridge. Never, never, never give up. Winston Churchill. The Brooklyn Bridge that spans the river between Manhattan and Brooklyn is truly a miracle of engineering. In 1883, an imaginative engineer named John Roebling was thrilled with the idea of building a magnificent bridge connecting the two cities. But when he presented his bold vision, no expert in bridge construction agreed to cooperate. They thought he was crazy and told him to forget it, as such a bridge was impossible. Undeterred, he convinced his son Washington, a talented engineer, that the dream could be realized. The two of them passionately planned every detail of overcoming obstacles. The banks believed in them and agreed to fund the project. Full of excitement, they hired workers and began building their dream bridge. But tragedy struck just months into construction. An accident at the site claimed John Roebling's life and left Washington severely injured, unable to walk or speak. Everyone thought the project would be abandoned, since only the Roeblings truly understood the plans. Though paralyzed, Washington's mind remained sharp. While lying in the hospital bed, he realized he could still move one finger. He devised a code, using that finger to tap messages on his wife's hand. She then conveyed his instructions to the engineers. For 13 years, Washington Roebling directed the construction with nothing but the movement of a single finger. The magnificent Brooklyn Bridge we see today stands as a testament to his resilience. You will discover yourself at a higher level each time you overcome adversity. Thomas Edison. Even though he could no longer walk or speak, Washington never gave up until the Brooklyn Bridge was completed. 3. The lesson from the judo master. Most of our happiness or unhappiness is determined not by our circumstances, but by our character. Martha Washington. A 10-year-old boy decided to learn judo despite losing his left arm in a car accident. He studied under a Japanese master. After 3 months of training, the boy was puzzled why his teacher only taught him a single move. He asked, "Master, shouldn't I be learning more techniques?" The master replied, "This is the only move I will teach you. It is also the only move you'll ever need." Trusting his teacher, the boy continued training diligently. Months later, the master took him to a tournament. To his surprise, the boy won his first 2 matches easily. The third was tougher, but his opponent grew impatient and made mistakes, allowing the boy to win again. In the final match, he faced a strong, experienced fighter. At first, he was overwhelmed. Concerned, the referee considered stopping the fight, but the master insisted it continue. When the match resumed, the opponent underestimated the boy and let his guard down. Seizing the moment, the boy used his single move, threw his opponent to the ground, and pinned him. He became the champion. On the way home, the boy finally asked the question that had haunted him. "Master, how did I win the championship with only one move?" The teacher replied, "There are 2 reasons. First, you have mastered one of the most effective moves in judo. Second, the only defense against it is to grab your opponent's left arm. But you don't have one." Sometimes, what seems like a weakness can become our greatest strength. Having strengths is good, but turning a weakness into an advantage is a miracle. Turn adversity into opportunity to achieve greater things. Willie Jolly. 4. The hospital window. Blessed are those who bring joy to others in silence. Anonymous. 2 seriously ill men shared the same hospital room. One suffered from water in the lungs, while the other was paralyzed. Every afternoon, the man with lung disease had to sit up for an hour, and his bed was next to the room's only window. The paralyzed man could only lie on his bed all day. They spent hours talking about family, friends, and memories of serving in the army. Each day, when the man by the window sat up, he entertained his roommate by describing what he saw outside. Through his vivid stories, the paralyzed man felt as if he were reliving life outside: a green park, a tranquil lake with swans gliding gracefully, children launching paper boats, and couples strolling hand in hand by red roses. It was like a living painting. While his friend described it, the paralyzed man would close his eyes and imagine the beautiful scene. One afternoon, the man by the window described a parade outside. Though the paralyzed man could not hear the marching band, he could picture the grandeur clearly in his mind. Time passed quietly. One morning, the nurse found that the man by the window had died peacefully in his sleep. After mourning, the paralyzed man asked to be moved to the bed by the window. With great effort, he propped himself up and looked out eagerly, only to see a blank white wall. Later, he learned the truth. His late roommate had been blind. He couldn't even see the wall. All he wanted was to bring comfort and joy to his friend. We are all angels with only one wing, and we must embrace each other to fly. Anonymous.